Hi, it's Lord Magicus, and we're going to play some Merfolk in Legacy. So, yeah, I didn't get to record last night because I was busy playing team trios, and while I did very, very well with Modern going 5-0, the rest of my team did not have as good a day, so it's unfortunate, but we'll look at that on Wednesday. So, for now, let's play some Legacy. I'm interested in trying Curse Catcher back in the main deck because I've had a problem with getting Chalice to stick, and I've dropped more games to combo decks than I'm really comfortable with, so I kind of want to see if putting some more interaction for instants and sorceries in the main can help this stick and improve our game back up a little bit. We'll have 10 1-drops so that way our curve stays nice. And yeah, we're just going to replace Silverkill with Coral Helm Commander and see how that goes. So other than that, we're going to play the 4 Groves and just test out 8 basics, and sideboard is basically the same. I think this will be alright, so let's just go and try. Alright, Legacy League, 10 tickets, let's join. Let's play a match and hope that this goes well. Yeah, Legacy's been kind of tough lately because there's been a lot of non-blue decks that we've had to come up against. Just there can be some incredibly hostile matches. And despite what some people say, like even the blue decks I think have gotten a little bit tougher recently. Like Miracles like picking up stuff like Teferi and going heavy on like mentors in their deck, and like Dreadhorde Arcanist is also an issue when it starts flashing back like Chain Lightnings and Lightning Bolts. Ren and 6 is also kind of an issue, just because it gives their opponent a like card advantage, but also like inevitability. They can start pinging things, or also just which it's combos well with stuff like Plague Engineer, and or also just taking it up and getting to a point where they can just retrace Lightning Bolts. That's fine. Just or having more cards to brainstorm away for real cards, like that's also a very strong advantage. So it reminds me a lot of Deathrite Shaman, to be honest, and I don't really like Deathrite Shaman in this format. So all right, let's do this. We are always on the draw. That's just how it is. Like I don't get to be in the play. I swear to God that like this fucking format hates me in this regard. Being on the draw, this is an incredibly risky keep, but because we have 2 Aether Vials and we're only really losing to Cabal Therapy, so I'm going to keep it. If it's just like Thoughtseize or Duress or something, we're fine. Alright. Otherwise, this is fine. No, not doing anything. Neat. Alright, well that's helpful. Aether Vial. What are you going to do? If they were to counter that, I'd probably let them, and then I'll just play this one instead. But now we have a strong turn where we can go like Curse Catcher off the Vial and also hold up Force of Will. Brainstorm? Yep. I probably won't. I don't know if I'm going to play this Vial or not. I might just not do it so we don't lose to like Daze. It's hard to say. I haven't decided on that yet. Sure, Brainstorm. Combo deck, Flooded Strand. I mean, this doesn't tell us a lot. This could still be like a ton of decks. No, okay, so maybe Stoneblade or Miracles. Well, okay, so because there might be a Teferi on the way, I'm going to play another Aether Vial just in case. There are also, like, Council's Judgments may be an issue. Because we didn't draw another land, so I want to make sure that we can get these things in play even if something terrible happens to one of these vials. I'm not doing anything interesting. So what does that mean? They don't have another land to play. Ooh, that's... Well, I mean, it would be better if we had land, so... I think if they try to flash a creature in... No, I'll just let them take one. I'm going to play the Coral Helm Commander instead. So I can make use of my mana for this turn. And I'll probably tick up both vials. If they want to swords it, that's fine. I'm not going to counter that. There was an argument for leaving it in my hand, but I think trying to force my opponent to tell me what's going on is a little bit more important. So, Terminus, okay. I'm going to Miracle a Terminus. That's not the worst thing ever. No, I'll let this happen. We have Dismember in case they go for Mentor. So they can pay for it, that's fine. Which means they probably didn't draw a land, that's good. We really want like another blue card, or possibly a land would be good to play Chalice. Basically anything that's like not another Aether Vial, I think. Or that's fine, because now that can pitch to that. I'm not going to play it. So it looks like we're up against Miracles, which means that when we go True Name and Master, that should be really good. Sure, Brainstorm away. I might not even put Master the Pearl Trident in play. I may just go with True Name Nemesis. So they're playing Jeskai, so they probably have Pyroblast. And no, do not pass the entire turn. I'm going to do this now. So if you put, you know what? I could attack for 5 here. I mean, you know what? No, because if we draw a land, I want to be able to play Chalice first. Okay. If we don't have to lose to Swords of Plowshares, then there's no reason to do that. Beautiful. Let's see, do you have a force? I do have a force. Okay. It's fine that ate a bunch of cards out of their hand. If they go with Mentor, that's fine, because I can dismember it in my turn. They tapped out, so it's safe to put Master in play. Thought I said always no to this. Well, they're definitely not going to block, so... Alright, now post-combat, let's dismember. I guess we'll use the island just in case for some reason they have, like, Path to Exile. Or I don't know, like, I don't think there's any reason that they would give us an untapped basic with something. I guess maybe Ghost Quarter, but I doubt that's going to be relevant, so... So let's see, they didn't top deck Terminus, so it means they have to be in some trouble here. So Snapcaster's still an issue, potentially. Always no. And, okay, good. I thought I did that last turn, but it seemed like that wasn't the case. I think I'm just going to attack with True Name, and then next turn I can attack with both True Name and Mutavault if necessary. Okay. So they do have Snapcasters, so yeah, attacking with this would have been a mistake. So now they have to find, I think, another Terminus. But Terminus isn't gonna... Like, we can still Violin Coral Helm and then attack with this. So the Brainstorm, that's fine. Could have another Snapcaster. That's possible. Their option, yeah, they need to find something very quickly. Okay, Ponder, that's fine. This looks like more of a kind of classic Miracles build. So I'm guessing probably have like Jason Teferi in their deck. And this is probably Engineered Explosives and Pyroblast. Okay. Nope. Attacking doesn't seem smart. So they might have Swords to Plowshares here. And if they have Swords, then that means they can Swords this, block this, and go to 1. Okay, well that means that now we can beat Swords to Plowshares. We can just attack with the True Name Nemesis. So if they Swords it, we'll just Violin, Master, and Response. Alright, does that do it? Are you dead? Do you have Pyroblast by any chance? Nope, okay. Alright, well, we managed to take that game off of Miracles, so that's good. Probably, we need to keep the Dismembers. I think all these cards are reasonably fine. Really, we don't need to sideboard very much for this deck. The only thing we might want to consider is Force of Negation. But everything else, like, honestly, we really like these cards. So maybe Merfolk Trickster. They're not super relevant here. We could actually cut some Tricksters. Keep one. We have. Yeah, that's fine. The Curse Catchers are not like super amazing, but yeah, they're okay. They help stick the Chalice very early. And they help diversify the curve in the face of like engineered explosives as well. Guess maybe I'll take in the Echoing Truth just in case they play something like Ensnaring Bridge or at Moat. We have an answer to it now. But honestly, like, I have a hard time imagining that they're gonna beat this. Ugh, okay. This is actually a okay hand. We can cast this. We can go Curse Catcher into Chalice and have Force backup as well. I'm gonna move this down just a little bit. There. That's better. They mulled to 6. Okay, so that's good for us. That means we're online here. We're even protected against like Monastery Mentor or Council's Judgment or whatever. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing here? That's okay. Yep, they want to probably brainstorm before that gets into play, so. Yeah, that's okay. Brainstorm away. Because I'm pretty sure the Chalice is going to be very, very strong, especially when we back it up with Force. And we'll almost definitely be pitching Benthic Biomancer for it. Okay, let's attack first. Just in case we do need to sacrifice it, then we got our damage in. If they force this, though, there's actually a reasonable chance I will just... Okay, well, I didn't even attempt to fight over it, so... There's actually a chance I might just let them force it and then just play another one next turn. Alright, so what is your plan here? Yeah, and this is exactly why. Okay, so here I'm going to play, I think, Chalice on... So I could play Chalice on 0 if I wanted to protect against engineered explosives, but they'd only really get to cast one spell, and I don't think it's that big a deal, so... I'm just going to hold it in my hand, I think. If they find a way to remove Chalice, I'll just play another one on the next turn. Because engineered explosives will still cost them 2 mana to crack it. So, okay, they could maybe play 2 spells. Really only 1 if they want to resolve it, though. So what are you going to play for 2? I'm going to play another Mentor that's possible. We really need another blue mana so we can get these lords online. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because we'll just play another one next turn. Okay. So this is basically just very old Ponder. They don't get to draw till my turn. If we get to draw another islands, we can play Curse Catcher first, but no. Okay. So let's attack. Do you have an answer for this one? They do have a force. Okay, that's neat. They only have one card left in their deck. They chose not to shuffle as well, which is kind of suspect. So I think I'm actually going to count, like, I'm going to make them shuffle their deck if they want to actually do this. Because next turn we can just play Curse Catcher, and we still have, like, Dismember if they go for, like, another Mentor. See, now they have to choose. Do they want the cards on top of their deck, or do they want this Chalice not to resolve? Okay, so yeah, those cards must be really important. What the fuck are you doing? Why didn't you... You didn't want to pay for one for this? Okay, well, I'm confused as hell now. Why? Why did you do that? You could have just paid the one. I think our opponent may have misplayed there. Alright, well... I guess we're gonna attack. I only have one card in hand, so what is it? Okay, well, it's obviously not Snapcaster Mage, because if it was, they would have just flashed it in and disenchanted this and blocked Mutavault. Alright, well, this is all we have at the moment, so we're gonna have to just keep doing this. I'm fine with killing me as long as it kills you. Okay. Alright, this looks like they found another Mentor. That's fine, we can dismember it. They should just cast some spells into it, the Chalice, though. Alright, well, I guess let's... No time like the present, right? No, I guess doing it in their upkeep makes more sense. Because I don't want the tokens to attack me if they have something. Yeah, because now they're going to make some tokens. That's fine, but the tokens will have Summoning Sickness. This is, yeah, so this is getting down to the wire now. We really, really need, like, an island, though. Okay, well, that is ridiculously dangerous. Gonna go to 7. What do we play here? I guess... If we play Coralhelm Commander, we can make it a 3/3 next turn and deploy a Lord. It's gonna crunch a lot of our life total, though. Hopefully they're just gonna choose not to attack. But they should attack anyway and make us take at least 1. Yeah, we're not blocking this. The most we could take from this is 3, and I'm not worried about that. No, please. Did you find another? What did you find? Jace or Hardcast Terminus? Okay, that's fine. Hardcast Terminus is not the worst thing that's going to happen. So, okay, deal. I think, yeah, I guess he has to because that thing threatens to be a huge problem. So. So let's see, I can attack for 3 here, and then I have lethal next turn, so I guess that's what I'm gonna do. It's tapped out. It's getting down to these waterlogged groves are dealing us so much damage, but I don't know, like, I guess we just need him not to find, like, another way to get rid of Chalice. And Terminus buys him some more time. It's 2 turns with just the Mutavault and the island. Mentor's not good enough here. Jace could be. Hardcast Terminus, okay. It's fine, I guess. Island would be great. So, alright, options are, I think what we might do is we might crack one of these waterlogged groves and just attack for 2, and then... So if we attack for 2, then we can also play Lord and then attack next turn with Island Walk. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to attack for 2. I could also just, yeah, I could keep this open for right now. See how I want to do this. No, they conceded. Alright, they just told us they didn't have anything. Alright, well, we had a tough game against Miracles, like, down to the wire. Waterlogged Groves almost killed us, but not quite. Not quite, that's all that matters. Still on the draw. That's all that we ever get. This hand's okay. We're going to play first. They're keeping 7. I guess we keep this. We have a turn 1 play and a bunch of turn 2 plays. Alright, Island's a good sign. Means Vile's probably good. Yeah, Ponder, go for it. They kept 7 cards, so It's a very pretty island. I approve of this one. Onslaught's got some good islands. Or, no, I'm sorry, Kamigawa. Kamigawa has good islands. I like them. Okay, they chose not to shuffle, so that means it's a good sign, I guess. So, yeah, we're just going to go Island Vial. Because more than likely we're going to play Grove and then one of these dummies. So we don't have a counter on Vial, that's good. Let's find out, what are we up against? This could be a Storm deck. Well, if it's Storm, then we might be in trouble. So we don't have anything for Storm at the moment. So if it is Storm, I guess then we want to put in Trickster in the end step, just in case we need to crack this for Force. Makes sense, I agree with that. So we'll probably just play Waterlogged Grove and hold up Merfolk Trickster. Yeah, okay, so this is definitely a Storm deck. Alright, Lotus Petal. They just want to go off before we can find anything, I guess. Wait, no, this is Sneak and Show. Alright, it has to be, right? Because that's the only deck. Storm doesn't play, or Show and Tell, alright. Okay, so Merfolk Trickster does buy us some time. Alright. So I guess we're just hoping that can race what, Emrakul? How does this work here? We can put Coral Helm into play, and we can put Trickster into play next turn. You know, I guess maybe we need like a Lord. I'm trying to figure out what the fastest clock is because we're not going to have a lot of time to deal with this. Yeah, because we're going to have to Island Walk past. I'm going to go with Coral Helm. Gristlebrand, okay, neat. They can just draw a bunch of cards in now if they want, but Trickster at least keeps it from hitting us. And it also makes it kind of dangerous for them to, like, pay a bunch of life, too. Alright. It's been a while since we played against Sneak and Show. Alright, well, we can't really attack here. We're going to have to Trickster this thing down. Next turn, we can just put 2 Lords into play. Draw 7, okay. They might just be intending to draw 7 more cards and hope that they can kill us. Or just gain a bunch of life back, so... I mean, if they have Force of Will, it's going to be terrible. I guess we're going to put Merfolk Trickster in play here. No, we have to put a Lord in, right? No, it has to be Trickster, because if they have, like, Emrakul... I'm just trying... okay, so what if they have Emrakul? Alright, well... I don't want to crack... I mean, I guess I could crack Waterlogged Grove. Alright. I'm just trying to think. There's a chance they could just go for Force of Will. If they put Emrakul into play, it's not the end of the world, right? Just need to keep this from attacking us. And okay, I guess we're just hoping they don't have a counterspell. Alright. Omniscience. Okay, so it didn't matter. Like that they have Omniscience, so we're kind of fucked. This is always the card that beats us. Like, if they have Omniscience, then there's not much we can do about it. Here, they're just gonna draw into fucking Emrakul, and that'll be it. Alright, well, let's just hope and pray that this resolves. Okay, so it does resolve. That's good. Do they not have anything else to do? Come on, just cast Emrakul. Like, you have to have that. Now they have another one of those. Okay, neat. Is it really worth that? Can I kill you? Is that possible here? Yes. Okay, so what happens right now? I put Lord of Atlantis in play, and this becomes 4, 7... Can I level this up? So this will be 4, 5. So this will be 5, 8, 12. I think I can kill him. And I don't even have to cast any spells to do it. Okay, so I can't play around anything, though, if I do it. I guess we're just hoping to avoid, like, Lightning Bolt or something. Alright, well, this was the best we could hope for. Let's hope that he just dies and somehow doesn't have it with Omniscience in play. Okay. Are you dead? Please tell me we stole this game away from you. Fucking hell! Oh, what a win. That was ridiculous. There is no way that we should have won that game. We put, like, Gristlebrand in play in, like, turn 2, and then Omniscience in turn 3. What a life. Okay, well, let's bring in Force of Negation. Venser comes in. Actually, Caracas comes in too. True Name Nemesis is not really where we want to be in this match. Chalice is actually fine. 0 or 1 is good for this. Curse Catcher's fine. Actually, Benthic Biomancer is not really that good. What about this? Could bring in Echoing Truth to bounce like Gristlebrand. Is there anything I'd want to cut for that? Dismember is actually not very good here. Bring in Echoing Truth and I guess bring back in 1 Benthic Biomancer. Alright, we'll do it like this. Okay, well, they could just have Besagio, and if they have Besagio, then the counter magic doesn't mean much. This is definitely not going to win. Does not have anywhere near enough pressure. Mulligan. This is actually fine. We can keep this. I will put probably Lord of Atlantis. I mean, I could put Waterlog Grove in the bottom. Chances are we're going to have to draw another land anyway. Alright, we're going to put all our hopes and dreams on Vial. Land is the thing that we're most likely to draw, and Lords clock them very quickly, so... Alright, perfect. See, look. Never did we not have it. It's not perfect because it's still going to deal us a lot of damage, but... Okay, that's fine. Looking to see about maybe forcing this. However, as long as we have Venser in our hand, we're like protected against show and tell pretty well. This means that whatever the first thing they put into play is not going to stick. Which Omniscience means they can't hardcast Emrakul if they show and tell it in. Alright, let's play Lord of Atlantis. Let's put our clock on the board. You can Pyroblast it if you want, that's okay. Nope. Just getting mana? Alright, what do you got? If you show and tell, like, I can counter it with Curse Catcher, so. And your Force doesn't do anything. I'm gonna go for it. It looks like they're thinking about doing it, so. Okay, Aether Vial. Which means you cannot force this. I want to get this Vial in play so we can take it up to 1 in case we draw another Curse Catcher, then we can play it at instant speed. Okay. That's fine. Probably end up cracking this other Grove. Alright. There. So we just need to find more threats to put into play, so we'll probably just crack Grove. So this one, yes. This one, no. Oh, that's beautiful. So that's a pretty decent threat in its own. And now next turn we can crack Grove and also make this a 4/4. Alright, well, they braided it. That's fine. They're using a bunch of removal spells, so that means they don't have a lot to do anything with. Alright, I'm going to leave these vials as is. Nope. Ah, neat, okay. I don't need to do this right now. I'll wait till their turn. Curse Catcher's not doing much at the moment, but... Alright, now we'll crack it. Yes. And... yeah, I want to put Trickster in play as well, just to try to clock them. So like, they can't have too much more removal. And even if they do, it's not really that big a deal. I just need to start attacking. Get their life total down to a point where they're gonna be forced to go for it and then get blown out by Venser. Sure. And we'll crack this Grove at the end step. See if we can find maybe like Chalice and Void. Put it on 1. Okay. Chose not to shuffle, so that means they've found something. Alright, I guess not. They just figured there's no point in shuffling it, so they're just going to crack a fetch. Alright. Sure, what do you got? Okay. Target Omniscience. Which means they cannot cast a Gristlebrand or Venser here. So what, we're attacking for 5. Yeah, let's just attack. This puts us on a 2-turn clock. I mean, I guess no. Then if it's still 2 turns, then I guess maybe we shouldn't have put it in play. Okay, well that's gonna help. I guess we'll attack first. And I think that'll probably do it. Unless they have another Show and Tell and Emrakul in hand. Nope. Alright. Okay, well, we stole that game, and then we just dunked on him with Venser. That was good enough, I guess. Alright. Yeah, despite, like, I was probably not correct to put that Trickster in play at the end. Like, if I should have just attacked for 5 and then vialed it in case they did find, like, sneak attack or something, because then I could have just stopped it. Alright. Well, this is finally on the draw, or on the play for a change. This is reasonable. We can play Vial and we have Force. I think this is keepable. Alright, let's do it. I always play the island first, just in the off chance that I might draw another blue source and get to play like Master next turn. I mean, there's theoretically possible to attack, but like, I don't really want to attack against most decks on turn 2 with Mutavault. Alright, what are you doing here? Marsh Flats, okay, that's usually not a good sign. That probably screams Reanimator? Faithless Looting, yeah, I guess. So this looks like Reanimator. I mean, it could be like the Phoenix deck. It's also a possibility. No, this is fucking Reanimator for sure. Alright. You're just gonna go for it? Reanimate? Well, we are 100% forcing that, and I guess here we exile Merfolk Trickster. We only have 4 cards left, so... Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble, though, because they have Elesh Norn in the graveyard. Alright, well, I guess we're going to play another Vial. Next turn, we'll tick it up. We'll probably put Coralhelm in play and tick it up. So it's a 3/3 and gets out of range of Elesh Norn. Please do not have another, like, Exhume or something. So if they reanimate Elesh Norn, we're basically just dead here. This looks bad. Animate dead. Yep, okay. Alright, well, now we are officially fucked. We need Echoing Truth. I don't know, like, there is also a chance that, like, Trickster could have been okay, but I didn't think that it was going to be reasonably fast enough to deal with this. Where the fuck were you? We needed you last turn. Alright, well, on the plus side, like, their clock is not very fast, so we don't even have Echoing Truth in here, do we? Like, it literally is going to have to be, like, oh, I guess we're going to need, yeah, we're just, I guess they named Force of Will here, there's no reason not to. Yeah, okay. It's fine. No, we need Trickster, and, there's not really anything else we can do here. I think we're just dead. Alright, that's enough. We've seen enough out of this, like, they had a very good starting hand, so that's unfortunate. However, we've got very good sideboarding options. I know we had one Echoing Truth, so there was, like, theoretically an out, so... No, the Echoing Truth on the board, though. That's right, I moved it. I forgot. Alright. Alright, what do we not need? True Nemesis, get the fuck out of here. You're useless. Dismember, you're useless. Benthic Biomancer. Against Exhume, it's actually not the worst, but I think we have better things to be doing. Here's the thing, like, a lot of these cards are actually very good. We have to take out 5 more cards. We probably need to keep the Lords in. We can take out 1 land. I want to keep the Curse Catchers just because they do interact with this deck very well. I guess what, 1 Aether Vial. Trickster is not super amazing either. Like, it's okay, but it's not the best. 18 creatures and 4 Mutavaults. I guess. I don't know, maybe Venser's, like, actually not that good. I think if we're at the point where we need to, like, Venser something, we're probably in trouble anyway, so maybe Trickster's better than that. So then we could also theoretically trim a land here. I guess, what, an island? I want to keep Cavernous Souls for the Curse Catcher. Alright, well... No, we're at 59 cards. Never mind. I guess Island, come back here. Okay, so our deck is submitted. They're trying to figure it out. We have a lot of interaction for them, so that's nice. I want to keep Coral Helm just because Coral Helm... Like, if we're going to go light on creatures, I want to keep creatures that are big and beefy, and Coral Helm is the best card to have when it's by itself. I would love to play first. No, we cannot keep that. What about this? This is actually fine. We can keep this. And I guess we have to put Mutavault in the bottom. Or we could put Echoing Truth in the bottom too, but we might need a blue card for Force. I guess Mutavault goes in the bottom. And if they reveal Chancellor, we can just Curse Catcher through Cavern of Souls. Okay. I kept 6 cards. I mean, this has 3 pieces of interaction. I think we're okay here. Cabal Therapy. I guess we're going to counter this. They're not going to be able to flash it back. Well, that's good. Relic means that it's going to be extremely difficult for them to reanimate anything. Yep. That is perfect, because now that lets us play Coral Helm and still keep up the Relic. So we have as much interaction as we could realistically hope for here. Now we just have to hope that it's enough. They have to have 2 answers. And we're hoping we draw another blue card so that we can also keep 3 pieces of interaction. So I'd really like to be able to Echoing Truth something instead of have to pitch it to Force. Where? I guess we're just cracking Relic then. Okay. Come on. Ah, fuck. Well, now we could be in trouble. Alright, it's fine, I guess. They're thought seizing themselves. Okay, so they're just gonna animate dead Griselbrand. So I guess here... Now we can't let them do this. We have to force it. And they have Shenanigans left in their hand, which means we have to cast Chalice on 2. It turns off Exhume and more animate deads. But it also means that Shenanigans cannot blow up the Chalice. Alright. Well, that's also very good. It also turns off Wear, which is nice. I mean, they kept a reasonably good hand. It had 2 answers to interaction, but we just had more interaction than they could deal with, so... Alright, it gave up. Sick. Alright. That's good. So, I guess, yeah, we're just hoping that this happens like this again. I think the 21 lands is fine, because, like, 9 of them are lands that do important things. Alright, I'm just going to keep it like this. Okay, let's see if we can beat Reanimator. Do we have enough to get there? Do we have 10 free spells? Like, I have as much hate as I can reasonably be expected to have against this deck, so let's just see if it's enough. If the inconsistency can cause them to mulligan down enough where Force of Negation and Force of Will or Surgical can just take over. It's what we're hoping for. We're 2-0 so far. This is actually going well for a change. And I am hesitant to say things like that because that's usually what precedes us having a shitty time afterwards, but here's to hoping. Okay. Just trying to think. They might bring in something like Magus of the Moon, so having basic islands could be a relevant factor. Something to think about. Definitely Iona would come in, and they already had Elish Norn in the main deck. Come on, opponent, what are you doing? Our deck submitted. I don't know what's taking him so long to figure that out. Alright, let's do it. So they're going first. Let's hope that they mulligan a bunch. Alright, are they keeping? This is not a super great hand. They mulligan. I guess we're going to keep because we have Surgical, and hopefully that'll just be enough. We're just praying they don't get there in turn 1. Alright. So they did keep 6. They revealed Chancellor, so now if they go for it on turn 1, then there's nothing we can do. Yep. Okay. Faithless Looting, that's fine. It's actually good because now that means that Surgical can get there. I could play Aether Vial, but it doesn't really do anything. And they're both the same thing, which is nice. So that way, no matter what reanimation spell they play, we're going to be able to make sure that it doesn't resolve. He only revealed 1 Chancellor, so yeah, that's fine. We could pay for 1 Chancellor. That's why I didn't play the Vial first. So you drew the second one off of Faithless Looting. And yeah, I don't think so. What's their hand? They have Gristlebrand and Shenanigans. Yeah, that's. I guess that's just how it is. And is there anything else? Elish Norn, Ashen Rider. Okay, that's fine. So Merfolk. I guess we're just gonna flash in Trickster at the end of his turn. Force of Negation is great. Means we will hold up the Master in our hand this turn. So let's attack. Alright. Oops. Oh, you know what? Surgical doesn't let you continue to see stuff. So let's see. What do I do? I can just play Aether Vial right now, and so the options are I could play Relic. If he plays that, then I think that's fine. Yeah, we can still just crack it. If he wants to cast Shenanigans, I'll just exile. Like, getting rid of the looting is also fine. I think your thing is a sorcery. You can't cast it right now. You have to wait till your turn. This gets rid of Faithless Looting, so that way, if he draws a land, then he has no way to like put things in his graveyard. So he's targeting me with Unmask. Okay, so I guess that's happening. He still has a Gristlebrand left in hand. Yep, he has to take Force. I'm just banking on being able to kill him before he can actually like dredge anything back. So we'll put Master and I guess Coral Helm in play, right? Because with just Gristlebrand in hand at the moment, there's nothing that he can draw that is going to let him reanimate a creature next turn, so... Yeah, you can dredge that back. He put a looting in his graveyard, so now he has Shenanigans. He can just destroy the Vial, that's fine. It's okay. Because he still doesn't have any way to reanimate. And he's in a lot of trouble right now. And we can actually hardcast a Force of Will at this point, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, our plan was just like too aggro. With him just having Gristlebrand, it wasn't enough with Shenanigans. Alright, so 3-0 so far. I mean, this could just as easily have gone the other way, where we're 0-3 at this point, but 3-0, I'll take it. That means that we're getting our points back for this. Let's see if we can take this all the way. That'd be nice. It's been a while. I don't know. It could fall apart very easily, though. Like, maybe we just get matched up against lands or something, and then it just, like, dies. I guess we're going to find out one way or the other. Yeah, there was an option of just throwing away like Master of the Pearl Trident to exile the Shenanigans, and then playing the Relic. But I think the way that we played it just kills him faster, and like with knowing that those are the two cards in his hand, I think that was just fine to do it that way. I don't know, he cast Unmasked too, didn't he? So maybe he exiled the Gristlebrand, and I just didn't pay attention. Yeah, that might have been. But I can't imagine he would have exiled it. That would have been terrible for him. But no matter what, like all of those lines were not winning for him. I don't know. Maybe it would have been better to play patiently, but at the same time, like if we just hold on to the Relic in our hand and he unmasks us, then we're like way more shields down. Whereas I think if we play the Relic, then we're forcing him to tap out to deal with that, and then like if he wants to unmask the Force, like it's still that way. I think just gives us a better chance of beating him. Like I think there's less outs that way, so I kind of like the way I did that. All right, come on, let's get this going. It's been a little over an hour. Some of these were quick to get matches going, but oh, here we go. All right, let's do it. All right, on the draw. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I guess this hand is okay. Casts everything. I don't like not having a turn 1 play, especially when we have 10, but this Chalice could be relevant against like unfair decks, and you know, this is good against if it's like a Mentor deck, and then the rest is just beef in general, so. Swamp. Okay, that's not usually a good sign. Thoughtseize. Alright, that means they're almost definitely taking Chalice, and that means they're doing something unfair. Can you mulligan to 6? Yeah. Okay. So that means either Storm or Reanimator, most likely. Well, they are in for a fucking surprise, because they did not see us just top deck this like a boss. Alright. What do you got? Nothing. Okay. So maybe this is like mono black Reanimator. So if that's the case, I'm actually inclined to play this Curse Catcher first then. Because it's only one card now that they don't know about. They know we just drew this. But if they didn't play a second land, then this means the Curse Catcher's way more online. Okay, so this looks like probably Storm. It could be Grixis Control, actually. That's possible. We haven't seen that deck in a long time. They play a lot of 1-drops. My guess is on Storm, though. Alright. So let's just put Master of the Pearl Trident in play. Fatal Push? Okay, so this is probably Grixis. So I'm willing to counter this. The Lord is worth a little bit more. They're on a mulligan too, which means that this is going to be a little bit better too. Okay. Lightning Bolt away. We have lots more of those. Alright, pass. Flash in Trickster at the end of their turn. They only have 3 cards left in hand, so it's not great for them. But this definitely looks like a Grixis Control list. I mean, I guess it could be Delver. I haven't seen Grixis Delver in a long time. It's very 1-drop heavy, though. I'm willing to bet Grixis Control because of the Fatal Push and the Thoughtseize. Like, I don't think those are cards that Delver normally plays. Okay, sure, Preordain. That Chalice would have, like, been devastating to them if it resolved, though. I'm gonna hold on to this Force for something like Liliana or Jace if that happens. Do I really care about this? I guess we're just sacrificing Merfolk Trickster. This is definitely Grixis because of this. So. Which means we're very likely going to crack this Waterlog Grove next turn. I think we have a good chance versus this deck. Let's attack first. We do have to force this, I think. Because it's just gonna it's gonna just like probably brainstorm with this. Ooh, okay. I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt. Sure. She has no cards in hand, so let's just play Coral Hum Commander and see if we can just start winning with this card now. I hope he found a removal spell. So if he found Fatal Push, it doesn't really matter either way. I guess the question is, do we want to play the creature or play this? I guess I'm willing to play Master of the Pearl Trident right now. Attack for 4. It's a faster clock. So if he just bricks and one more draw, he's probably dead. This also plays around Liliana and her Edict a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, he's in a lot of danger right now. Alright, sick. Coral Hum Commander did it for us. Stole game 1 against Grixis Control. That's great. So what do we want against this deck? So they're a Snapcaster deck. That means the Relic of Progenitus is kind of useful. True Name is actually fine, although they're going to probably... We need to keep Dismember because they'll probably bring in Plague Engineer. Might want Force of Negation. Curse Catcher's okay, but not like super great. I think Biomancer is great in the late game, but that's about it. Like Relic of Progenitus is also fine, but it's not like... If my plan is to put Chalice in 1, I don't want to bring in Relic just for Snapcaster Mage. There's not really much I want to bring in here, to be honest. I'm only considering like Force of Negation over maybe like Merfolk Trickster. I want to keep pretty much everything else. You probably have like Gurmag Anglers or something like that, so I think I'm going to keep the Dismember. Yeah, I'll just do it like this. This is fine. Yeah, we don't really need to change much against this deck. They have some draws. There's some things like Culligan's Commands where that's pretty good, but this is a little bit too much risk, I think. We gotta mulligan this. They mulled to 6, we're gonna mull to 6. This is fine, I guess we'll keep. And I guess we're gonna put Benthic Biomancer on the bottom. Because the Vial helps us... I mean, yeah, I want to play around the counter magic. This is the better turn 1 play. So we mulligan to 5. Okay, that's rough for him. Underground Sea, Ponder, sure. That's rough. That means We'll have a way to get True Name into play through a counterspell if we need to. We have 2 basic islands. That's actually kind of nice too. I don't think this deck normally plays a lot of Wastelands, but just in case he has some for some reason, like, we're protected. We're not taking a bunch of damage off of, like, Groves or anything. We can have 2-drop Lords forever now. Should be easier to exhaust his removal spells. Having lots of Lords is also important to get out of, like, Plague Engineer range. And it looks likely that they're not going to play Dead of Winter. If anything, it's probably Toxic Deluge. Alright, Thoughtseize. This very likely takes True Name, because they don't have a lot of good ways to answer that. I mean, I have to imagine he's not feeling too good looking at our hand here, so... Alright. Play this pass. Guess we're only vulnerable to, like, Culligan's Command. Like, make us discard and kill this. Looks like just him to Turok. Oh, that's brutal. Alright, well, it could have been worse. He discarded a land. Alright, you have Fatal Push now? Is that what's going on? Him kind of, like, evens this a little bit now. Well, he knows what our last card is, so we'll just Violent in on his end step. Okay, Gurmag Angler. Okay, that's fine. Only 1 card, so I guess he's just in racing mode. I guess... okay, we're gonna Violet in. It has Island Walk, so we'll get in our 3 damage. Play Mutavault, pass. Okay, so as long as he doesn't have a removal spell, then we're safe. If he attacks, then it means he doesn't have removal. I think the smart thing to do... that's brutal. Yeah, he's gonna attack. Okay, so that's fine. Nope. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so let's attack. We attack for like 10 right here. And it's gonna take up his entire turn to, like, do this. He's not very good at racing in this situation. We can even tick up Vile here if we want to. I think I'm likely to do that just to play around counter magic or edict effects. Yeah, this makes sense. No. No, yes, we'll do it. Alright. So I can't attack into this right now. I don't want to attack into this because if he has a removal spell, then that just allows him to block and then use his removal in this. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to force him to crack the explosives. Sure. But now he's still in a lot of danger. So if he attacks, I can Violent True Name. We're protected from an edict because of the Mutavault. Alright, well, we're still going to do it. Is he going to wait to see it, or is he just going to concede now? I think he'd have to have exactly like Liliana's Edict plus Fatal Push at this point. Okay, well, it means he's got to dig for those combination of cards. Nope, didn't find it. Alright. Fucking 4-0. Okay, let's do it. Come on. It's about fucking time that things are going right for us. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is all going according to plan. I mean, to be fair, he did mulligan like what to 6 and then to 5, so that's kind of brutal for him because his deck survives in like trying to 1-for-1 until he can get to a point where like Gurmag Angler can end the game by itself. But yeah, it's just our true name is a little bit better than his Gurmag, so. Alright, I mean, we have a real chance here. It's been a while since we've had a chance at 5-0, so come on, let's get it. I want this so fucking badly right now. I think, like, yeah, we did have a 5-0 on here before, but that was, like, way when the leagues were still split. It was, like, the second, I think the second Modern League that we ever played in this channel was a 5-0. So it's been, like, that long since we've had something on this channel to celebrate. We've had a bunch of 4-1s and stuff in between, but it's... Oh, man. To get so close, I don't want to be denied this. I need this so badly. Please, Thassa, send us your waves. Help us crash through for the victory. We need this more than anything. The anticipation is now killing me. You know, I know exactly what's going to happen. That we're going to end up against like fucking Knight of the Reliquary decks or something where it's just going to go so far against our plan. That is my life. I was born on Friday the 13th, and I believe that I have been cursed with bad luck. And measuring my MTGO statistics with like being on the draw, like I can prove that I have bad luck because should not be on the draw that much. All right, come on. Good thoughts, positive vibes. Let's do this. Let's bring it. Let's bring one home for Merfolk. We need to see those fishies in that 5-0 dump. All right, this is a good sign. We're on the play. Why do you have to do this to me? No, not like this. We can't keep this. This is much better. We're going to keep this. This is a way, way better hand. We mold to 6. They're going to keep 7. So let's keep this. I guess we want to put probably Trickster, I guess, goes on the bottom. Like, how could things go wrong here, though? Maybe it's actually better to put Lord of Atlantis in the bottom here, because this buys us more time to get True Name online. This is more power, though. When we're on a mulligan, we also... Yeah, it's so hard to say. Alright, I'm going to put Lord in the bottom. I don't know what it is. It's just my feeling at the moment. I want to put Lord on the bottom. Alright. Play Waterlogged Grove so they don't know what we're doing. We're probably going to... I don't know, depending on what we see, we might pitch either one of these cards to Force, so... Force of Negation, exiling Brainstorm. I don't think we really care about that. We still have Cavern of Souls, so... Wastelands. Ah, fuck. No, not like this! Alright, well, secret's out. Do not wasteland me again. I swear I will be so freaking nettled. Alright, well, True Name is definitely getting pit. No! Why? This is not fair! What do we do to deserve this? Alright, well, we have a chance. We keep drawing lands. But is it going to be enough? That's the problem, because they only need one land in order to... Like, there's no way they kept a hand where they didn't have a land, so... Alright. We're going to have to just try to counter... yeah, I can't counter all the cantrips. I have to hold it, because I assume they're going to play Ren in 6. Ugh! Next time that somebody forces my vial, I'm going to fucking force it back. Alright. They had force plus 2 wastelands. What a fucking start. They kept one on top, which means they're probably going to find their second land here. At least with Grove, we're protected against Daze. Ugh, why do we came so far to get here, and this is like the start that we're given to work with? I guess, I don't know, I guess I had to force this. This was just the only way this was going to work. I don't know, I didn't see this coming. Was he just trying to decide whether he needed to, like, brainstorm the upkeep? Tarmogoyf. Ugh. Yeah. Yes, because we can deal with that with Trickster. Theoretically. Alright, well, not like that. Like I said, Ren in 6 is way more important. We have to be able to counter that if they play it. Like, Trickster can theoretically answer this if I can get it to stick, whereas they have True Name and other stuff that's way more important that we have to be able to force. Like, alright. I need to, this is gonna get out of hand. I don't have a better answer to this right now. So once they start going to, like, flashing back, like, Preordains and Brainstorms and Bolts and shit, then we're in trouble. Alright. Islands, pass. Please do not cast fucking Ren in 6. That's what I'm worried about at the moment. This is a point where they could just daze me, however, and that's going to be terrible if that happens. Please let this connect. Just once. Just let me get him once. No, that has to be daze. Alright. Alright, Tarmogoyf is going to take us to 10. We're going to try it again next turn, I guess? You go to 6. I don't really like that plan, though. What are the odds that he's going to do it again? Come on, you can't have 2 of them, please. Just once. No! Okay, Brainstorm. Alright, we're not at it yet. Alright, we have a chance. Please, 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 please. No lightning bolts, no dazes. So let me Trickster this down and then block it. Because that's the only shot that we've got. I think just going to 6 off the Dismember was just a little bit too much for my taste. Alright, he has Bolt. Okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world yet, but it's not going to deal us any damage at least. Two cards. Clearly it wasn't another... Oh, fucking Christ. Delver, yeah. That's a problem. Yep. Alright, so he has no cards in hand, so I guess let's see if this Delver blind flips. Okay, so it is not an instant or sorcery. Not great. Alright, off. We're dead. Alright, we're dead. You have no way to get rid of that. Oh, come on. We were so close. Alright. Let's just watch him, like, blind flip Delver and kill us like a champion. Alright, it's fine. Do it. I mean, we still don't have an answer to True Name. Like, no matter what, we're dead to it, so. I guess Fiery Islet. That's neat. You drew a Tarmogoyf. No, okay, what are you going to draw here? Lightning Bolt? Come on. You can kill me with that. Ponder. Alright, you're going to dig for a Lightning Bolt, that's for sure. What if we kept that Vial? If we kept that Vial, we would have had a chance in this game. There's no way to know. They kept double Wasteland with that. Alright. No, we're done. Because no matter what we do, we can't stop that from killing us the following turn, so. Darn it! So close. Alright, we need Relic of Progenitus against this deck. We need Tidebinder Mage against this deck as well. Benthic Biomancer is not very good. Curse Catcher is okay, but not very good. Everything else is actually fine. I don't really want to remove anything. Aether Vial does help play around a lot of stuff. I guess maybe Curse Catcher is what has to go. The only thing is, like, I like Curse Catcher to help keep the Vial in. I don't know. We have 20 land. Ugh. What if we just take out one Mutavault? I guess we could take out, like, Coralhelm Commander, but it has flying. It can block Delver of Secrets. Now, maybe Lord of Atlantis, because they're a True Name Nemesis deck. I want to keep my lands. Alright, let's do it like this. Echoing Truth, I guess, would be okay. Like, honestly, like, we have a pretty good deck to beat this, but just not that draw. Like, no. We would have had to counter the Force of Negation, and it didn't give us really a lot of information to know that that's what needed to get countered. Like, there's no way to even know that that would have necessarily resolved. I guess I don't think he cast another Force, though, so I guess it would have, but he didn't ever cast a Braid or anything. Sure, we'll keep. He might have Wasteland, but at least we're going to get Aether Vial online. And if he doesn't have Wasteland, then theoretically we can get to a point where Chalice can come online and kill him. This is just a very strong card against his deck, so if you can, like, resolve Chalice and keep it alive, I think that's usually good. Okay. Let's see, are you going to Wasteland me on turn 1? I already have Vial out, so it's not really that good. No, he's not. Excellent. Fantastic. What are the odds that becomes a problem? No, that's fine. Coralhelm might be able to deal with that. We're just going to have to hope and pray. Please give me an island. Okay, that works. Fantastic. So now we're going to have to blind flip it. And we can protect it. Neat. A 1/2 Tarmogoyf. Okay. Okay, that's actually fine. Yep, let's lock down the Tarmogoyf. If Delver's not going to be able to attack unless it becomes a flyer, in which case I will just next turn I'll put Coral Helm in and make it a flying creature so that it can block the Delver. Alright. Alright, opponent's really good at magic cards, confirmed. No? We might be able to just race Delver here. That is also helpful. So, let's see. I can attack him for 4 and take 3 off of this, and then play another Chalice. I think that might be the safest thing to do. Level this up once. Now next turn I can turn this into a 4/4 so Delver can't attack into it. You have another Tarmogoyf? Okay, it's a 2/3. Not the end of the world. Alright, beautiful. Let's attack with Tidebinder first. This looks so appealing, doesn't it? But you know exactly what's going to happen if you block it. You have to. That's what I thought. Alright. Yeah. I guess actually I should have did this first because like this I could have got in for an extra damage that way. Yep. Alright. End step. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, that's actually good too. Alright. Let's attack for 4 in the air. Oh, that is beautiful. Alright. So, I can take 3 from this. If I take 3, I can just tap down Tarmogoyf and kill him. I think that's probably the best plan. Yeah, that's fine. Get a 5. Alright, what are you doing here? Another Tarmogoyf is not good enough. I guess we're trying to figure out if he has a braid or something like that. I think this gives me a chance to win. Okay, so that's fine then. I can play the relic, or no, I cannot play the relic. So if he has a braid, I have to be able to force it, but then that means... So I can attack with the two Tidebinder, or the Tidebinder and the Trickster. And then if he attacks with these, I can block here, and then... Yeah, those are not enough to kill me at the moment. Ah, shit. Alright, how do I do this? Do I just go for it? Because he... What if he has a braid? Like, if he has a braid, I just lose, right? That's what happens. Could just make one attack here. Alright, if I make one attack here, then I can still block. I can block, and then Trickster can block another one, and I just take 3. I don't even have to, though, because I can no, well, he can only attack with 2 of these, right? So if I attack with just... If I attack with just Coralhelm Commander, what happens then? He attacks with that, and then I have to block both of these, but then if he puts a card in the graveyard, I'm not really a fan of that. So I'm kind of on the plan, if I attack with a Merfolk Trickster, that puts him to 6. If he attacks with both of these, I can block, and then I have Force Up still. Right? Okay, so let's just attack with Merfolk Trickster. And then I think we're in a position where next turn maybe we should just go for it. I'm sure that he had, like, I feel like there's a high chance that a braid is what he's sitting on at the moment. And if he has a braid, we have to be able to pitch this Trickster to force to protect this guy. Sure. Alright. No, so he doesn't cast anything yet. Alright, that's good. The thing is, like... Okay, doesn't do anything. Neat. So I guess we're just looking for, like, Lord of Atlantis now. No. Or another blue card would be helpful. Alright, that works. Okay. Alright. Very carefully navigated that. Come on! We are one game away from taking this 5-0. Come on, we can do this. Alright. I think I probably want Echoing Truth, right? Seems reasonable. I don't know if I like the Curse Catcher. Especially not, like, the problem is on the draw, like, it's so much more relevant. I don't think we can do it. Maybe we just take Curse Catcher out entirely. These relics are so bad with this Chalice of 1, but they're so good against Dreadhorde and Tarmogoyf. Maybe I just bring in, like, Lord of Atlantis or Force of Negation's also fine. But most of the important things they're casting are creatures, so, like, that doesn't help that much. I don't know. Lord is okay, but it's not going to stop like True Name Nemesis. I guess Force is fine if we have to like counter their creature. They're going to use removal spells on our turn, most likely. I'm not a huge fan of this Force. I guess I could keep Curse Catcher. It's okay. It's not great. But I guess there was also like Ren and 6, so maybe that's worth it. Alright, fuck it. We're going to try one Force of Negation and hope for the best. Okay, come on, Thassa, please. Let's get there. We have to win this game on the draw. That's what it's going to take. Alright, this is not really where I want to be. At the same time, I don't, like, it has basic lands and Vile, so it gets through their counter magic and their wastelands. They're keeping 7 cards. Alright, we're going to keep it. I'm not excited about this. We need to really draw some threats, but this is just how it's going to have to be. You're going to get that Vile out, and hopefully that's going to be the end of it. Alright. Well, that's not really what I wanted to see here. I'm going to counter it. I mean, now they have to decide, like, alright, they let it be countered, so that's helpful. That's also helpful. They could force this if they want, that's fine. Because they're not going to be able to force the creatures because we have Cavern of Souls. Please let this work. I really want him to actually counter this. Like, I want him to waste the cards. Alright, so he's not going to do it. This screams like dazed to me, though. I think that's what he's debating, whether it's worth dazing it. And I'm guessing not, because he probably has, like, Tarmogoyf or something. Please just not Ren and 6. No, Dreadhorde, that's not... Well, I mean, it could be worse, I guess. It's really bad now if they have, like, a Lightning Bolt to go with it. Alright, well, Coral Helm is worth more than anything else at the moment. Well, actually, I guess maybe I shouldn't have played it, because if they had Lightning Bolt, then now we would actually be in a lot of trouble. It's like, I was thinking I would just bolt the Lightning Bolt, but they can actually cast it twice because of Dreadhorde. So that was probably a mistake. Come on, I cannot be doing this. I'm so close to this, and I just keep making mistakes. Alright, come on. I just need him just don't have it, like, one time. So now our plan has to be to make this a 3-3 and then be able to Violin Lord in response to a Bolt. But even that, like, depends on us drawing another blue card to keep Force up to keep them both alive. So you're gonna... Oh, alright, well, that's bad. That means it almost definitely is gonna, like, Lightning Bolt this. Damn it! Well, I had this so close, but, like, this was a mistake. I should not have played this card. I should have just not played a creature. My only hope is if he Lightning Bolts me. Alright. I guess now I need, like, Relic of Progenitus. Yeah, I can't stop this. He just brainstorms here. I just threw away Coral Helm for nothing. There was no reason to do that. Should have just waited a turn and then viled it in. I could have even waited 2 turns until I had enough lands to make it a 4/4 so it didn't die to Lightning Bolt. What am I doing? Or I could have drawn Chalice and then played Chalice on 1 and then viled it in. Ah! Alright, well, it might not have mattered. Like, them having, like, Delver and Arcanist and Bolts are all, like, already really bad. This card is so fucking dangerous. Like, if you make any mistakes in the face of this thing, it's just going to kill you. And the biggest problem is because of Lightning Bolt, because that means they effectively get to cast every Lightning Bolt 2 times, and it makes it very hard to get onto the board if you don't have, like, True Name Nemesis or Chalice of the Void. Well, that's not helpful. I mean, I can't just, like, play Lord here because it's just gonna die to this stupid Dreadhorde. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, okay. I'm not really concerned about that. I'm also not really concerned about that. Yeah, bolt me. Chooses not to cast it. He wants to hold it back for if I play another fishy. Alright, well, we need to draw something. Like, that's not really what I want. He knows that I can't really play creatures as long as Lightning Bolt is in the graveyard. What are you holding back here? Tarmogoyf? Alright, what do... I have no choice. I have to force this. Because Tarmogoyf is going to kill me and there's nothing I can do about it. Nope, that means we're fucked. I guess top deck Relic of Progenitus is what I have to draw. That's not going to do it. So here he can attack me for 8 damage. And the problem is if I play the Chalice, like, I still get attacked for 5. Playing the Chalice just means that the only, like, then I have to draw, like, True Name Nemesis or Trickster, but this is the only chance I'm going to get to do it, so I don't know. We're running out of options. This needed to come way earlier. Alright, well, we're not going to 5-0. I'm sorry, people. Throwing away Coral Helm did not help, but to be honest, in the face of, like, all of these cards, it seems unlikely that that was going to make a huge difference here. The fucking Spell Snare it? Alright, whatever. I guess we need True Name Nemesis now. That's the only hope. Even that's not really good, though, because, like, if I play True Name Nemesis, it's not really doing me any favors. I'm taking 8 damage, probably. At any given time, that Bolt can just eat me. Alright. Well, this next draw is just going to determine what happens. If it's like a land, then I'm dead. That's... okay, well, that's going to be lights out. There's nothing I can do in the face of that. Alright, well, we tried. There's nothing... We gave it our best shot, and we just couldn't get there. No, he had like a million threats in the end, and Once he had a lightning bolt with Dreadhorde Arcanist, that was it. That's effectively just having like a Snapcaster every turn if he needs it. So I don't fucking care what Tux Dev says. Dreadhorde Arcanist is actually a very good card against our deck just because of like lightning bolt specifically. Like, it lets them draw cards every turn with like the cantrips, but even then just lets them like threaten to just bolt anything that you put into play. So if you don't have a way to stop that, then you're screwed. Like, I think the Delver matchup is a lot higher variance now than it used to be, just because of things like Arcanist, where if you resolve Chalice of the Void and can protect it, it's actually very hard for them to do anything with Arcanist. But the thing is, like, if you don't have Chalice and they do have Dreadhorde, then things get very tilted in their favor. So I don't know. I think we can still beat that deck pretty easily. Well, I don't even want to say easily. I think we can beat it fine, but it is nowhere near as easy as it used to be. Like when they were playing stuff like Nimble Mongoose instead, like that was a way better matchup for us now there than it is now, because for like Dreadhorde doesn't get countered by Chalice in one, and like they are also threatening to just at any point pop the Chalice and then start getting value out of it. So yeah, like, and you saw, like, we couldn't play the Lord at any point, because any time we threatened to, or if we wanted to play Lord, we're just throwing it away into a bolt for nothing. And it's not like we had any other pressure. Like, I guess this was definitely a mistake, like, but they also, like, followed it up with, like, Tarmogoyf and True Name Nemesis, so that happens a lot. And the more True Names they have in their deck, like, the worse Lord of Atlantis is for us, too, because it just pumps up their True Names. I don't know. I think that matchup has gotten a lot harder than it used to be, but it still should be fine. But if you are saying that Dreadhorde Arcanist is not a good magic card, like, then especially, like, not even, like, good against us, just, there, it flashes back all the 1 CMC spells. It is absolutely good, and, like, you are insane. Sorry. That is just my opinion. I don't know. I feel we had a chance, but just could not get it today. Still, 4-1 is not bad. I think, we came up against, a bunch of decks where the Curse Catcher was fine, gave us some good play. I don't know, maybe this is where we need to be. We didn't really see much out of Benthic Biomancer, to be honest, but even when we're playing like 10 1-drops, like how many hands did we end up keeping where we only had like a bunch of 2-drops and maybe a Force or Dismember? I don't know, like, we probably still need this, but I think Curse Catcher was fine. We didn't see any Plague Engineers today, so that certainly tilted the tables, in favor of Curse Catcher. If we saw more Plague Engineers, then this gets obviously a lot worse. Coral Helm Commander seemed okay. I don't think I really miss Silvergill Adept that much. I mean, I don't. If we took out, like, if we're putting Silvergill back in, this means this is going away, and like, Coral Helm single-handedly won us a bunch of games where we just stuck him, made him really big and scary, and like we're able to attack him for the win because of it. So I think Tidebinder also showed that it was fine by dealing with Tarmogoyf and just threatening to attack for a bunch of damage by itself. The forces, everything else, I think we sided in every card, right? Yeah, we did use all the cards, so saw Sneak and Show come back, so, Venser got to even do something. Yeah, this seemed fine. Maybe we might want one less Waterlogged Grove and one more basic island. That could be okay. Because we did, like, get punished by Wasteland a little bit, and, like, the more Waterlogs you play, the more punished you're going to get by Wasteland. I don't know, like, maybe that game would have been different if we had forced on turn 1. It just, I don't know, like, I don't know, I guess we had to. We only had 2 lands, and I mean, even though we did draw a 3rd land, they had a 2nd Wasteland. Like, we could beat 1 Wasteland, we could not beat 2 Wastelands to win. That was just too much. Darn it, I'm going to be thinking about that for a while, whether we should have forced it or not. Oh well. So be it. Well, this was what our league looked like, so I hope everybody enjoyed it. Yeah, it's nice to, see fishies do well in Legacy again. I think this is fine. I don't really want to change too much. Like, maybe we don't need all 4 of these. Maybe there's room to, like, take one of them out for something. I don't know. So I'm not sure how we would experiment with this any more than this, but the Rejury seemed okay, but then it's also, you saw how many times it was like hard to cast 3-drops with just the 20 lands, and the vials like ticking it up to 3 is not always ideal either. So as much as I like having 3-drops, it's also, I mean, it gives us more resistance to engineered explosives on 2, which we did see a bunch too, but that's also kind of why having the 1-drops is fine. I don't know, we could maybe cut one and bring another Ben in, but that just makes us more weak to Plague Engineer, and I'm really not about that right now. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'll think about it a bit, but I'm reasonably okay with this list at the moment, so. Alright, I'm done rambling. Alright, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. We're going to play Simic and Modern on Wednesday. We're going to take my list that I played on Sunday, do 5-0 in competitive, and see, and competitive paper. So, it's not like it's going to show up in the dump, but, I did have it, and I'll talk about it more then. But I'm looking forward to being able to try it on a league, see how it does. So, alright, take it easy, everybody. Good night.